So how's it going, guys? I've been on just come across these new Girsan CMXX pistols. Show you it's clear. Nothing there. Here's the mag. Okay, so I'm looking online. I haven't seen any videos for people to disassemble this. Very similar to the Match X, but today I'll show you how to do it with the CMXX in 9mm. First thing you do, you slide it back to there's a detent here. You have your slide lock, and then there's a smaller one. As you do that, you get it there, you push it down, and it'll pop up here shortly. What I do is I take a small Allen key, you see it here, get it to pop out just like that. There you go. There's your slide lock. Let it go very slowly back. Okay, now this will slide completely off. I always like to keep my finger here on this guide rod recoil spring. Okay, so there's your whole assembly. So what then I do is I take my two fingers here, I rest the barrel of the gun here. I take my two fingers, I pop it up and let it pop out just like that. And there's your recoil spring and your retaining rod. Set that off to the side. Now also with these, since this has the trunk port, I like to get the barrel out, you got to remove this sleeve. See that sleeve there? Just slide it back there. The sleeve comes out forward. Now on this sleeve that retains the guide rod, it is beveled here. And I don't know if you really see it on camera, not too good, but there's a bevel on there. I'll show you how to reassemble that here in a second. Also, here comes, you have where the pin holds the pistol together. That's where that goes through. So when you remove it from the slide, you have to lay it down. Okay, and then you just lay it forward. Now you have your two pieces. There's no way to disattach. This is one milled piece. Very nicely made. This probably has, I'd say, 500 rounds from manufacturer. Put a little CLP on it when I first got it, on the guide rod, on the slide. Nothing. I had not one malfunction. I did a short. Also takes steel case ammo. So yeah, not a bad entry-level CMXX 2011. I'm a family man, one income, so $1,050 is good for me, if you kind of understand where I'm at. So then reassembly is pretty simple. You take your you want to lubricate everything prior to putting it back together, wiping it down, clean your barrel, so on and so forth. But you slide your barrel back into your slide. Here's that piece. You see how it's knurled here again? I'll show you this again. It won't go on any other way. Here's the front end look of it. So you drop that in there, and then this it kind of lines it up, holds everything together. You take this, flip it back up, your recoil rod and spring go back into that hole. I take it, oh, there it goes. See, if you're not safe, it'll take your eye out. So then I push it, get it back in there. There, it's locked. Okay, so now you have your whole piece put back together. and then you slide it back together. You gotta get it to that point again here. I don't know if you really could see it. You have your big chunk there and your smaller one there. You line it up just right there. You take this pin, put it back on through this side, but you got to make sure that barrel lug inside lines up with the pin, because if it doesn't, you're gonna have issues. So then you push it in. Takes a little grease. Here you snap it down, locks in, let the slide go forward. I'll show you again. Open it to that spot, pop it out. Sometimes you can get it, see how it's released like that? Okay, see how it's hanging like that in the hole? There's a small, let me see if I can point that to you, if you can really see it on camera. Right here is a spring-loaded piece, okay? So you have to get the slide back to that position. Okay, get this up, go back around, kind of push it. You gotta go down and in. Did you guys see that? Was my hand in the way? It takes some finessing, but you'll get it. And then you function check. Everything's all good. Pretty simple. Also, you got a second? What got me into these is this one right here. I got this used at a local gun shop with the red dot threaded barrel 20 round check rate mag for 525 bucks, and I fell in love. So this one, a little more picky with ammunition, doesn't like steel case, but this is more styled after the original Witness 2311 Match X. The CMXX has the nicer grip. This one also has the dovetail safety. The CMXX doesn't, but this was what really got me into the 2311 scene. Leave any comments if you have any questions or any issues. Reach out to me on my page. I'll be more than happy to help you. But if you can, you know, disassemble a 1911, or you have a similar Girsan, they're pretty common all the way around. But Turkey's putting out some nice guns. Their mill work is very nice, and I really enjoy both of these pistols. The CMXX a little more than the 2311 Witness C, I think this one is. Yeah, the Witness 2311C in 9mm. Thank you, and more content to come.